Hello, this is another Naragonia tune. This is by Pascale Rubens. It's a name I'm not sure how to pronounce, so just have a look at the link below. It's another example of cross chording. I'm trying to get the accordion to sound richer than just the presets, as it were. So if I were going to play an E minor, it would be the E bass and the minor chord. But we can also play it down here, so that's on the C row, the E counter bass, and add the G chord, so that's the C button, the E is in front of it, that's the C button, the G row is next to it, and the major chord behind that is G, B, D. If we add G, B, D to an E, we end up with a minor seventh, E minor 7, which is richer than this. We can also, if we get to the D row, play a D minor 7 by playing an ordinary D bass and an F chord. So that's the F row, that's the F major chord. Add it to a D bass, and that's D minor 7. So the two ways of getting the minor 7th chords. One is by playing on the bass row, and then going, so if that's a D, then a G, then a C, then an F, so D, 1 row down, 2 rows down, 3 rows down, into the major chord. Or playing on the counter bass row, let's see where I am, counter bass row, so that's the C row, and then going up just 1 row to the G row, and playing the major chord there. So either going and the major chord, or bass, and then 1, 2, 3 rows down. And they're both quite comfortable finger positions. The other thing I do on this is by, again, cross chording. So there's the C row again. If I play an F bass, so there's the C, there's the F, but I play a C chord with it, I get something like a major 7th chord. It's actually a bit more complicated than that, more like F9. And I can do it the other way around, play a G with an F chord. And that feels like a good suspension. And that's one that we can technically resolve. So we have a dissonance, and I can play just a G again with an ordinary G chord. So a G with an F chord, and resolve it. So those are the chords pretty much in this piece. We start with a straight C, reach down for the E and the G chord, back to the F, straight F, and then reach up for the D with an F chord, straight to another F, then an E with a G chord, another F, and a G with an F chord. You can keep the same finger for the F chord. I tend to change it. And then back to the first chord, C, E minor 7, F, D minor 7, F, E minor 7, F, G with an F chord, and that chord you keep there, you're going to move to a D now. F with a C major chord, G with an F chord, E minor 7, F chord, G chord with an F, sorry, G with an F chord, G with a G chord. So the second section is D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G 11, or with the F chord, E minor 7, F, G, 11, and then straight G. Hopefully that should be easy enough to work out once you've got the music in front of you. The tune, it's quite nice. The main thing about the tune is the big octave leap. There are lots of octave leaps in it. So it moves by step, starts on an E, E, D, C, and then G, G, and it works down from there. There's a little bit of a sequence, 3 notes down, but we have a big leap before that top G. E, D, C, G, G. Then we do something similar but slower. E, D, C, G, G, C. And it sounds like we've come to a stop there, but actually the chords don't. That's what's really nice about this piece, is that the melody notes don't always coincide with the chords you're playing, and that gives an extra crunch. So if I was to play a C chord at that point, it would sound like this. This is the bar before. But we don't want that because it's too final. So we have an F chord before, and then a D minor 7 chord. And then we move to F. So the melody from the beginning. Sorry, I was starting to explain why I like the tune rather than how to play the tune. 3 notes down, starting on E. Octave leap. 3 notes down. Start again on E. 3 notes down. Octave leap. C, B. And then 5 notes up from A. Octave leap. Back down the octave. A, B, C, D. So it really repeats the same notes, but with different emphasis on them by different speeds. So if again, that second phrase is, and then octave leap, and then we do that slowly. Here it is, the whole of the first section. E, D, C, octave leap Gs, coming down to E, E, D, C, G, G, C, B, A, B, C, D, E, octave leap, back down the octave, A, B, C, D, and then you do it again. At the end of the first section, for the second time, instead of going back to the beginning, I go I go down straight away. So we end up with 3 notes into the second section. That tends to unify the melodic material a little bit. Then we have that little sequence. So the upbeat 2 notes, then A, C, B, A, G, leap up to an E, leap up to an A, and then down by step. E, C. Now a new octave leap to a top C. That's C, B, G, E. G, F, E. C, G, D. And again, what I like about that is that we haven't got a G, that is a C chord. But in the left hand, we haven't got a G chord. And then 3 notes back to the beginning. So the second section once more, C, B, A, C, B, A, G. Up to E, D, up to A, down by step. E, C, a big octave leap, and that's C, B, G, E, G, F, E, C, G, D. And again, that's big octave leap, that C is not part of the chord we're intending to play. So instead of having a C, we've got an E minor chord. And that E goes over an F chord. So the chords are crunchy both because of the melody notes being outside the chord and also because of the extra crunch we put in the chords themselves. A great tune, thanks to Pascale. Hope she doesn't mind. I'll check with her whether it's okay to put this up with the music. But a great tune, good for practicing cross chording.